a great stat that they keep here at the World Championship, which basically means how many goals did you score on how many shots. They're at 8%, which is not a huge number. You know what? They're 14th in the tournament. They're not at the bottom. They don't shoot a lot. They don't get a lot of looks, but they're not bottom end. They're 14th in efficiency.
And they score. Marcus Johansson keeps rolling. It's 1-0 Sweden.
And this guy's having just a tremendous tournament. On the regroup, Sweden crisscrossing. Kazakhstan's got a lot to deal with here. But see how far back they just push him back into the zone? Terrific work there. When you can push the D back past the tops of the circles, and then you can crisscross on top of it. We talked about Johansson at the top of the show.
Starchenko sent it right side again. Sweden with a turnover, and maybe something cooking short-handed here. That shot off the post. No, they score! Perfect shot by Linus Johansson, his first. It's a short-handed goal, and it's 2-0 Sweden.
Sweden was just pressuring them, kept the puck on the wall, and then they pop it out and get the 2-on-1. Perfect shot. I mean, this is an absolute beauty. Move the puck early on a 2-on-1. That's always been a good idea. Uncovering that bit of info, which I will use again next year when the NHL season rolls around again.
As you should. Carlson pass in behind Lundestrom. Hedman, a former Norris Trophy winner and Conn Smythe winner as well. Turnover loose at the side of the goal. They score! It looks like Lundestrom will get credit for it out of a broken play, and Sweden is ahead 3.
I couldn't even tell if it was in net at first. Not the prettiest of plays that they've made, but they all count, and that's what matters. And they want to create a bit of a cushion here right at the last second, and it looked like Kazakhstan was going to make the play they needed defensively right there. But it's Zetterlund going to the net late, and the goaltender is ready for the first shot. Oh, that just barely squeaked.
Spinning pass back to the line. Bekatayev behind the goal. The captain Starchenko put it behind the net. There's a hot shot. They score! Bekatayev with a blast. Kazakhstan is on the board, and it's 3-1.
A spark somehow, and this is going to come from downtown, and it is the perfect shot. Off the wall, he's able to walk into it, and that one had to be close to 100 miles an hour too. It's perfect. It's on a tee for him. You can't make it any better. Look at Ersson going. Are you kidding? That one actually went in. He's down early like they usually do, and that one, I'm sure he heard the sound of it going right by his ear. The absolute perfect shot.
Will be to come back next year, survive relegation and play next year. Austria was relegated in the 2019 tournament. There was no promotion tournament held in 2020. With a puck loose in front, they score! Manalainen gets the opener for the Finns. Saku Manalainen back in the Finnish lineup, makes it 1-0.
And Strong going back for it, knocked off the puck, poke it in front, and just like that, Manalainen, quick hands, forehand, backhand, shovel it up over the pad. You just don't expect to happen this quickly. Strong's a big, strong player, but loses the battle. Not only does he Pakarinen knock him over, but he also retrieves the puck, gets it in front of Manalainen.
Double hip surgery, right?
He's skating better than we've seen him prior to the surgery.
Here's Kapanen back on it. Back at the point is Kaski. That long shot by Juuso Riikola blocked loose in front. They score!
Kapanen
again.
Scores with 6. Kapanen, quick stick. Puck is blocked, which teams are going to be trying to do now with Finland generating so much from the point, but he's able to pick Ganau's pocket, and this is what he's been so good at. Just tight and tidy hands around the net.
For a long year playing in Switzerland, then in Laval, the American League, getting some bumps and bruises. The Austrians will want him, though, for the Olympic qualification tournament in August in Bratislava. As Kistner plays it across for Raffle back in, they score! comes Austria, down one.
Multiple, yeah. Skating off the puck here. Get to the middle, Raffle slings it. Ricola knows Huber's over there, but he doesn't have time to turn and get him. But a good pass from Raffle. Ricola loses track of the puck because he's mid-pivot, and you got to get it up.
Mary Huber up for Nissner, chips that back down to the finish zone. Raffle comes after it. And the puck worked free by Nissner, throws it back to the point. Nickel a long shot, scores! Timo Nickel snaps it home, and the game is tied at 2.
They keep pushing, they keep finding ways. Nickel through traffic, wrister not touched at all. Henry Satri gets beat over his shoulder clean on a wrist shot from 55 feet to tie the game.
Now bounces back to Leighton and picked off though. Goodall. Rink wide he goes. Howdem walks in. Howdem with a chance, shoots, and Satri made a good stop there and a quick one. Oh. Final seconds now, long shot, Baumgartner scores! Baumgartner at the horn. We'll have to see if this counts.
That was good by the sound of the horn. That was good.
They're going to take a look at it. We'll see if this went in before the clock hit 0. Austria might have just pulled off a stunning upset.
The Howdem shot stunned Satri, but then Baumgartner just wrists it. Nobody touches it. No high stick. It's in. We just have to check the clock. They're going to check it. They have to review to make sure. It was in before the green light behind the net went
Here's
off.
the burn.
Oh my God!
That's it.
1/10 of a second. Oh my word.
And this is a nice start. He talked about getting better starts. No better start than working it around offensively. That wrist shot. Far circle. Boldy picks it up. Grandson there. Here's only Nelson in front. Score! Dream start. Brock Nelson. 1-0 USA. And now just one goal shy of becoming one of the all-time leaders for USA in goals at this tournament.
Nelson and Boldy in particular, straight lines, they control the puck, they do a lot of good things. Johnny Gaudreau at times has had the puck and held on too long and wasn't quite in sync in his game, but this line starts it off well. And then Brock Nelson, who always plays straight line game, he wants everybody to feed off what Adamo did last game.
Pass across for Jake Sanderson. Sanderson across, one-time drive, score! What a rocket! A beautiful shot, and Boldy has his second of the tournament. It's 2-0.
That was so clean and smooth, you couldn't even tell if it was in or not. That was invisible. There's nothing that Yunka, the goaltender, could do on that one. There's a big seam because of the size of the ice in the end zones. Watch the left side of your screen. Nice job here. He just gets open just outside the dot. Terrific release. That was catch and release as good as you can get it. Boldy's been impressive.
Darren Detition's family and loved ones back home. We lost one of the all-time greats at TSN. Dutchie, you're loved, you're missed, and we're sending a bunch of love back home to Canada. Shot, score, right off cue. Boldy buries one, his second of the period, and it's 3-0 USA.
Winning face-offs, and the NHL players are the best at it in this tournament. There's no surprise there because such an importance is put on it at the NHL level. Everybody bears down. It's the guys from the NHL, and you need help. It's not always just a clean face-off win.
Brad's just playing the zone here, hoping to get out of this period. Here's Jones. Up top, Boldy slung it across. Probably could have shot as well. Nelson has it for Werenski. Werenski waits across. What time? Drive, score. Johnny Gaudreau, 4-0 USA. I mean, it was clinical, and it was bound to happen. They had possession for what felt like a lifetime.
Right now, the way the U.S. is playing and they're passing around the outside, even when they do shoot because of the movement in their game, they get all the rebounds.
Caulfield plays it around the net. And we're talking about Quinton Papillon. I mean, he hasn't allowed a goal. Wrist shot, score. My goodness, kiss of death from the broadcaster. Shea Pinto, 5-0 USA.
You couldn't have timed that any
Wow.
better.
Oh, man.
You did.
My
You-
apologies.
Yeah. Pinto, nice job there. He's one of those guys that plays in that sort of that second level. You're watching other players. USA does a good job at turning the puck over. Captain does a good job of making that happen. Brady Tkachuk in on it, jammed the play up as France wanted to come out of the zone. Over the pad.
Moves around McBain. Chris pass ahead for Pedersen. And a minute ago, Pedersen drops that back. Poked ahead by McBain. Up he goes for Tanev. Tanev rink wide for Gouli. Walking in. Gouli sends it back in front. They score. Gouli to Tanev, and it's 1-0 Canada.
Defensive line for Canada. Gouli activated, and he was the man unaccounted for. And a nice play to step past the defenseman and rip it across. It's a bit of an awkward tip for Tanev. Do I present my backhand? He pivots and presents the forehand and a couple skates for Gouli to shoot for.
And Bunting back with it. Walks it and shoots. It goes off Kazakhstan and wide. Fed back to Alexiak. Down he goes to Byram. Walks right in. Feeds it back. They score! Mangiapane makes it 2-0 Canada.
The pass there from Michael Bunting gets to the middle of the ice, sets it up, and O'Neill goes flying out of the way. On Bo and Byram, you got to do a better job of trying to cover him here. That's a little bit over-committing to Noah Steen. Blocking the shot, and then...
And again, you know, you talk about the mismatch here between Canada and Norway to an extent. We've talked about it before. In terms of the Winter Olympics, Norway one of the greatest countries in the world. Salton moves it back across. Solberg scores! Dan Solberg on Norway's second shot cuts the lead to 1.
Chance goes awry. Nick Paul, Owen Power. Both of you cannot run at that guy at the blue line. Owen Power, you got to back up. You cannot step up there. You don't have support. And then it's an empty netter for Solberg to put in. Yes, Dawes almost gets it, but it doesn't matter. It's a chance that should not happen.
Back to Solberg. That's picked up by Cousins. He's got Hagel with him, 2-on-1, shorthanded. Cousins walks right in, shoots, scores! Dylan Cousins, shorthanded goal, and it's 3-1 Canada.
Actively jumps the seam, and the 2-on-1 doesn't overpass, and he fools Hockland with his release. Hockland almost reads glove initially. You can see his glove start to move, and it goes the other way. Stick on the inside.
Off the draw, dribbles down to Dawes. And a long shot by McCann, scores! Jared McCann from 175 feet.
Dawes on the board.
Got an assist. And McCann goes back to congratulate him on getting a point.
And McBain, Alexiak puts it in on Dawes, but McCann flattens out as a lefty. Real advantage, he can open up and sling it. Yeah,